the day you stopped acting like the prize was the day they started treating you like you weren't. It's really very simple. Men put women in one of two categories. One is the prize, the other is the stand-in. The prize is his dream woman. That means he's gonna treat her like a queen. He's gonna respect her and her body. He's gonna spend money on her. He's gonna do everything to earn her and continue to do so. Then we have the stand-in. This is the girl they tend to go 50-50 with. This is the girl they hang out with as a backup plan until they meet their dream woman. He will hit her up last minute. He does not respect her. He will occasionally lash out on her. He will probably ghost her at times, and she will still stick around hoping that he will get better. I don't know about you, but if I don't feel special, if I'm not being showered with love and gifts, then I don't want him. A woman can't add value to a man's life until he adds to hers first. If a man gives a woman a house, she makes it a home. If a man gives her sperm, she gives him a whole family. You get the point. The point is, women are creators. We are so special, and a lot of you don't see the value in yourselves, and we're gonna change that right now. Success and being valued as the prize is not about looks. It's all about your attitude. You need to forget everything you've read in the media about what outfit to wear that's gonna turn him on, or what makeup look is gonna capture his attention. Forget about it. All that does is teach you to seek a man's approval, and to be honest, you need to do the contrary. If you wanna have the mindset of a woman who's always in the prize category, you need to let go of that and start creating your own standards. In fact, if you wanna have any sort of self-esteem, a reverence to other people's opinions is a must. It doesn't matter how your ex treated you in the past. I don't care if no man has ever treated you right, if your dad wasn't around. No, it's up to you now. It's up to you to get the treatment that you want and deserve. And sometimes that means not giving access to everyone who finds interest in you. Just because they want you around, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have any value to give you, or that they even really value you. This is where you need to have good discernment. You are valuable, and you need to be more selective with who you give your energy to. If you spend too much time around people who do not have the ability to give you what you deserve, whether that's because they haven't done the work, the inner work, they are broke, they are immature, you need to be okay and comfortable with walking away from them. Otherwise, if you stick around for those kind of people, eventually your standards are going to lower, and you are never going to meet the man that meets you on that level. Stop settling. The stand-in always settles. She will take whatever she can get from a guy because deep down, she doesn't believe that she's worthy enough. So she will defend him and excuse his poor behavior, and she will settle for the bare minimum. But not the dream girl. She doesn't do that. She doesn't settle. She lives by her own standards. And if you don't have standards, then create them. Create your own standards and stick to them. If you don't like to go to cheap restaurants, if a man takes you to the Cheesecake Factory on a second date, say no. Keep your standards. If a guy cannot meet your standards, do not change them, change the guy. If he hits you up too last minute for plans, you're busy that night. I don't care if you have nothing else to do. Go brush your dog's teeth or something. Find something else to do. You teach people how to treat you. And it's best to teach them early on, but sometimes as time passes, men forget how to treat you. They get too comfortable and desensitized to you. And it's up to you again to teach them how to treat you. And there's so much power in kindly saying no to things. The last thing you want to do is become a yes girl. If something does not appeal to you, do not say yes. And if you feel like you're getting any less than treatment, do not accept it. Trust me, you guys, no man wants you to lose your standards in a relationship. Some might say, some might even get mad by watching this and saying like, oh, that's not true. We want a girl that's super easy. But no, it's actually not true. Once you surrender all your power to a man and just do whatever he wants all the time, they lose interest in you. They want you to still have a little bit of sass. Some of you fall in love way too early on in the relationship, and the next thing you know, the guy tests you and is like, oh, I can't do this for you today. And you're like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. And then that's it, it's game over. That's when all the sparks are completely lost. Don't get lost in love to the point where you completely lose touch of reality. If a man starts pulling back his time, energy, money, anything on you, that is when you need to pull back too, not forward. If you've been doing too much and you notice that a man isn't doing anything for you anymore, you need to pull back. You don't start leaning forward and start giving him all this wifey treatment that he doesn't deserve. If you give a man wifey treatment when you are not wifey, you will never become wifey. It goes with the saying, why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? It's true. The moment you try too hard, he will stop trying to win you over because you're the one trying to win him over now. This doesn't happen with the mentality of a prized woman because she knows her worth. She knows that a man is going to pursue her, therefore she doesn't need to try so hard. If a man tells you, I like a woman that wears jeans, and you go and buy jeans the next day, that is a problem. That is an insecure mindset. If a man tells you he loves chocolate cake, don't go and bake him a chocolate cake from scratch before he's earned it. Men aren't stupid. They realize when you're trying so hard. They notice when you're jumping through hoops trying to impress them. Stop trying to do that. A confident woman that knows her worth doesn't try hard. Another important thing is you want to establish your desires early on. That way you're going to weed out all the men that don't have the provider mentality. You show a man what you expect and then he knows, or at least he thinks he knows, what you are used to. So that means do not go and tell him about your past relationships, about how your one ex didn't spend money on you or how he abused you. Do not do that anymore, guys. I know some of you do this and it's a complete turnoff to men. Psychologically, what you're doing is you're lowering his bar. If you set the bar high, by telling him that you were treated like garbage is going to lower his bar because men are competitive. If you tell him that you've been treated really well and you were spoiled, he's going to want to do even more than the last guy did. Generally, I don't really advise you guys to talk about your exes at all, but if you have to do it, do not do it in vain. Do it in a way where it will pique your man's interest in trying to impress you more. And if he does try to impress you, boost his ego afterwards. Make sure he knows that you are super grateful, and then he will want to do it more and more. Just be careful how you do this though. You do not want to go into too much details. You don't want to, the less you say, the better, because it could always be a touchy subject. If you're praising your ex-boyfriend, you can really hurt the current guy. A confident woman knows what she wants, and men love when women know what they want. Don't be afraid to say no. If he puts on a movie you don't like, do not watch it just because you're afraid to say no. Speak your mind, have an opinion, and ask and you shall receive. Do not be afraid to ask for something that you want. Do not be afraid to ask for any of your needs to get met. The more a man invests into a woman, the more his emotional attachment to her grows. The happier a man makes you, the happier you will make him. So look at it like a win-win situation. If he really likes you, chances are he's not going to say no. It might just be not right now. And if he does say no, then he's probably not that into you, and then therefore you shouldn't be with him anyway. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to get rejected. Do not be afraid to ask for what you want. If he says no to you and you find out, okay, maybe he doesn't really like me, do not stick around. If the signs are pointing to a guy that does not really like you, he should not have access to you anymore, babe. Stop acting like there's only 2 people on the planet. There are so many men out there that will do what he won't do for you. This is what I mean. The dream woman, they know their worth and they are not afraid to walk away from a man. That is what makes them the dream woman, the prize. They have so much self-worth that they know if they're not getting their needs met, they're not going to stick around for that. Men don't want women that are too afraid to walk away from them. If a man is testing you and he's mistreating you and you stick around for that and you put up with that, you won't be his dream woman. You are valuable. You have value. All you need to do is start acting like it. And the last thing I want to hear from you guys is you saying, oh, Orit, I feel like I'm not pretty enough. I feel like I don't have any confidence. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't need to hear that anymore. You guys just need to understand that there are millions of people that walk on this earth thinking they are the shit simply just because they reckon so. If there are men on this planet earth that have no money, no good looks, no personality, but yet they walk around and they are praised by women, by other men, because they have so much belief in themselves that they are the shit to the point where other people believe in that too, then you can do it, because I promise you, you have more than what they do. If they can do it, you can do it better. And I would rather you guys have contingent self-esteem, which means your self-esteem is developed from yourself. But if you need praise from other people, walk around, pretend like you are the shit, and see what happens. Anyways, I love you guys so, so much, and I really hope this video reminded you of your self-worth. And comment down below what video you guys want me to make next. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.